Well, good morning. It's been a while since I've vlogged for a number of reasons. I had a flu for about 10 days and then a kidney infection and then a tooth broke and wasn't able to do very much during that period. That took a long time to clear. So my absence has been due to health reasons, which, kind of expected because I was having to push the boat out quite severely with the business accelerator course I was doing. So I was wondering if I would be able to manage. And, it's pretty normal this time of year that we have these sorts of sicknesses around. But I really wanted to beam in today because I've had a very close family member die last week, and I know that there's a number of us that are having a very tough time right now with experiencing the loss and death of loved ones, and also estrangement, as in not being able to be close to people. And that's one of the hardest aspects also of losing a family member, is this not being able to be close because of the COVID restrictions, and how it seems how crazily inhuman this whole situation is right now. And there's lots and lots of questions to be asked about it. Very, very strange times. And I just wanted to reach out really to people that have suffered loss and say, well, I don't really have any answers except that we're still here and need to move through, as always, the situation. It's always the same. We need to keep going. And we've got a choice of how we can keep going through these situations, how we can keep moving through them. And my last mentor said to me, how do you experience things, Fran? Do you experience them inside of you, or do they move through you? And I had to ponder this. Is kind of an odd question. And I was like, yeah, I experience things inside me. And he goes, that's a shame. And he just left it at that, obviously indicating that it would be healthier to experience things, life, events moving through us. Because, I gave a lot of thought to what that meant. And if we experience things inside of us, which we kind of do, obviously, I realise that there has to be a touch point. But if there's an overemphasis of experiencing inside of us, it would suggest that there's a stuckness about it, or a holding, or like a log jam or a traffic jam. When we need to keep moving, my sense is moving forward. We need to keep moving forward, but also perhaps a better description would be we need to keep moving through. Because these things, these events, the deaths, the awful situation we're living in right now, if we dwell on it, isn't, a common way of putting it, we're going to experience it to a much higher degree than actually is really necessary. It's far healthier and efficient and easier on ourselves to move through, to allow the events to move through us as a touch experience. We really, really don't need to dwell, to stay experiencing the things longer than necessary, whatever that means to you in the moment. And what does it serve, and who does it serve to stay dwelling on these moments? One thing's for sure that it does. This is for sure. I can say without a shadow of a doubt, one thing that it does to hold on to pain and suffering is make us sick. That's totally clear. And of course, we have to hold situations sometimes. We go for intensity and then we may get sick, like I have just been temporarily. Don't know if it was COVID, it was definitely flu. But I was really pushing the boat out. Needed to rebalance. But I'm talking about long-term chronic sickness. I suspect, and I've always suspected this, that they come about due to holding on to mostly mental and emotional experiences. It would be just like us if we are subjected to some sort of poisonous substance that sticks in our body that the body can't process. That will make us sick as well. And that does obviously happen in this day and age. But our mental and emotional musings are as toxic or enlightening and freeing. So what I really want to say today, through going through the pain and the shock of losing a dear one, or more in some cases. I know my friends have lost more than one person recently. We need to move through the experience. And letting go is a common way of putting it, okay? But moving through it, or letting it move through us. Keep letting go. Acceptance is key. Just accept. Just accept it. This is key. This totally frees up energy. This is another thing that my last mentor said regularly. Acceptance is key. As soon as one accepts the situation, it frees up energy, and it frees up thought processes and intelligence to figure out what to do about it, or just let go, free flows the situation again. So please, this is quite fresh for me, and moving through the experience is the most healthy and productive. The people that have died now, it's almost like, well, they're free. They're free of the situation. Good for them. And we're still here in the trenches right now. And we have to do it and come up with something positive at the end of this. So, a bit of a long post. I hope you made it to the end. Because there's some keys to moving through very difficult situations here. So, you'll be seeing more of me again. Now I'm starting to rebalance. And see you in a couple of days, hopefully. I hope you have a great week. Let's keep moving forward and moving through. Bye-bye.